Welcome back, everyone, to Seekers of Sarmanath. Alright, you have entered the manor house. You have seen your dead friend, and he looks violent. Meldarian raises his battle axe over his head. And gives out a yell. I want all of you to roll initiative.
Alright. Yikes.
Rose with a 13 on that initiative. Janmar with a dwarfy 4.
Woo!
Oh, Rose is not a 13.
I'm a
Rose
4. Yeah, that was my old roll, sorry.
Okay, we got one guy going fast. The guy in the very back.
Rose 4. Tom with a 9. Hugh with a 20. Alright, Meldarian rolls 14.
It's fine, we can walk through each other's squares.
I think, yeah, he can probably just shove
It's
past
just-
us.
Yeah.
Tom opens the door and he was like, I know what to do.
I just want to point out, Meldarian has a great sword, not an axe.
He is wielding an axe at this point.
Oh,
Alrighty,
wow.
so the first of you to go is Hugh. You hear this cry from the back of the room. And you are in the hallway, having crept along, putting Star Anise behind you. You don't know what they've seen yet, but you hear the sound of an enemy. What do you do?
I'm like, excuse me, coming through, and I just like pop between them, and I'm like, what, and then I like come through, and I'm like, oh shit, and then I'll like slash at him with my short sword, and then I'm going to do something else after that.
Alright,
So-
you dump in, roll through your enemies, see this zombified man with a huge great axe, and you give him a slash with your short sword. Go for it. Please roll to hit.
A 9 does
A
not hit.
9. You see
You
that
have a
come
plus
up
7?
well short.
That I do, my friend, that I do.
That's not too hard to get.
I guess that's
Right.
not too hard. You're
And then I disengage with my cunning action, and then I move back.
No, now we can't get in the room.
30. Alrighty, you move back, sliding past Tom as he protests around you. With that, the zombified Meldarian lets out a rage-like roar. And he steps forward, toe-to-toe with Tom, Lightbringer. He lifts the giant axe. You can see it
Flashbang.
inscribed with runes and C's. Tom snaps his fingers. A flash of light engages in front of him. So he is going to roll at disadvantage,
Yes.
but he's not because he attacks recklessly as a barbarian.
Okay.
So I can actually just use your sheet, barbarian. Why not? This
That
is
you can.
technically an axe with different properties, but it'll do. He rolls a 12 to hit you, which doesn't hit.
Will not do it.
Yeah, your flash of light pause. He goes, oh! Even as a zombie, his axe goes wide, like chunking into the doorway right next to you. That is the end of his turn, I believe.
He gets 2 attacks, doesn't he?
Yes, he does, doesn't he? He attacks again!
If you roll
hate
better
these
than
little
me, I'm going to be
swords.
so disappointed in this character.
There's a 10.
Yeah, I don't think so.
So he just keeps hacking away at the door in front of you. Rage
Okay.
burning in his eyes despite his dead facial features. Tom, you're the next to react to this. The mountain of your friend is attacking you. What do you do?
Gotta shove him back.
Yeah. Thanks, Hugh. All right, so Tom,
You're welcome. I'm not paid to die.
No, but you could
Tom
just,
is gonna buckle up a shield and just run forward and try and shove Meldarian back into the room.
Oh, you're attempting to get behind your shield. Just shove him back. All right. Meldarian braces himself and accepts your challenge. Please roll a strength athletics check against Meldarian.
All right, he'll probably win this.
Meldarian, not the strongest. You
Oh, there we go.
shove him back, bulldozing your way in, shoving him back into the chair. He stumbles and falls prone, allowing you to step forward with him.
Okay, I'll step here,
Uh-huh.
so that somebody else can walk in, and then I'm gonna make sure this is not concentration really fast. I don't believe it is.
Tom stops time to check his clerical book.
Sorry, but there's like one spell that is not concentration for no reason. Yeah, spiritual weapon is not a concentration spell. I
not.
don't know why. I call down my spiritual weapon.
You call down the spiritual spear.
And I'm gonna call it down on. It doesn't. Does it do magic damage?
It does.
What's
I
damage?
believe.
Okay. I'm going to attack Meldarian with it then because I need him to take magic damage.
There we go. A spear.
Perfect.
It comes down. Please go ahead and roll to hit with your spear.
Yeah, so it's d20 plus 7, I think. No, plus 6. So that's not gonna hit.
All right. You fail to strike him with your spiritual spear, but it fills the space and attempts to attack your downed friend. Did it attack with advantage? He is prone as he stumbled
Yeah.
over.
Oh yeah, plus he also
the couch,
reckless.
and he has
And he
reckless
reckless.
attack.
That should hit.
Yes, an 18 strikes him. Please roll.
He takes
some
9 points of damage to start
takes
off.
9 points of damage. The spear of Burgess stabbing into him as he lays prone. A silent rage builds in his eyes. His mouth opens to scream, but nothing even comes out. Excellent. Now we have a 3-way tie for initiative. Do either of you beat a 17 dex, Janlar or Rose?
No.
No.
Nope.
All right, the lady comes forward a step, a smirking smile on her face. She points at you, Tom, as you're the only person in the room. And you just get this overwhelming sense of, like, kindred spirit and charm and kindness just emanating from her as she points at you and just smiles. You feel like this person, like you should serve her every whim. Please make a DC 15 wisdom saving throw with advantage from your beacon of hope.
Yes. And then I have, I believe, wisdom is one of my bonuses, so I get +3, so +6 on the roll. 21.
Hey.
Ooh,
that one.
you break this off, shaking your head. Your eyes open. She realizes that her attempt to charm you has failed. A scowl of hatred crosses her face. And that will end her turn, actually. She chose to use one of her single turn abilities. Janlar or Rose, which one of you has the higher dex?
I think I do.
All right, we'll go with that. Janlar, you act first.
I only have a +1.
Can I move through? I can move through.
You
her
can move
space,
through
right?
ally spaces, yes.
Is this thing next to Tom a wall? What is that?
These are stairs, I think.
These right
Actually-
here,
Oh no, is that a bench?
it's a bench.
Okay.
Can I come over here and stand on this bench?
Absolutely. You could stand like on the bench or just like in between the bench and the fireplace.
Not to be
Cracker
that guy,
walks
but I think you
behind
do take an opportunity attack if you go that way.
Isn't he prone though?
Oh, he is prone, right.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, it's not. Right there.
She's not. Oh.
No.
Oh, she's not.
What?
And then I'm going to cast. Sorry, we're gonna start with a firebolt on the woman.
All right, you point. Fire races from your fingertips and attacks her.
Okay. I think it's +7 still. Man,
I believe in you, Dan. We've rolled this before. Hey, an 11.
sorry, it
hit.
was just like I don't know why my thing was updating weird. It was like my
Your
screen
fireball
was-
flashes at her, and it seems to be on track to hit her, but like a wave of greenish, bluish sea light erupts around her. The fire dissipates. It does not penetrate her barrier. She smiles at you, bearing a long, sinister fang. Rose, what do you do?
Yeah, I would like to step into the doorway, and I would like to cast Fairy Fire, starting like so that I don't hit my companion's spells.
All right, you cast fairy fire. An eruption of violet and yellows and oranges and greens surround these two. They're gonna make wisdom saving throws, correct?
Dex. It's Dex.
Oh, it's Dex. Oh, okay.
Yep.
That's even better. Meldarian fails as he is prone on the ground. He doesn't even need to roll a disadvantage. The lady, however, we'll go ahead and make a save. She saves at +3 as well. She saves at 9. She's surrounded by fairy fire, both of them failing. The glittering magics illuminate them, making them easy targets for you.
Right. And then, since I'm still hasted, I'm gonna step in and attack with a weapon attack. Like, I get out, Sambar, I guess.
Alright. Sambar bleats as
I
you
step
wrap
through
your
the door
hand
with a
around him.
mighty bleating mace.
Alright. Please roll to hit with your haste.
I don't think I get advantage, but it's good. It's 19
19 hits Meldarian.
Yeah, he's got no AC.
plus 16 damage.
16 damage on Meldarian. The magical power of Sambar beats his the oldest of Millman's characters begins beating one
Beating
of the
on the
newer-
middle of Millman's
yeah, the
characters
middle
as the
Millman's
newest of Millman's characters waits outside the door.
The oldest character.
It's actually the second oldest.
Yeah.
I mean, Sambar is like the strongest character I've had. So.
Sambar's impressive.
All right, so that is your turn, Rose. That brings us back around to Hugh. Hugh, you are hiding behind the wall here, getting prepared to do whatever it is you do. You hear the sounds of combat erupting in the room behind you. What do you do?
Hearing a mighty bleat, I am reinvigorated to join back in the fight. I'm going to drop my short sword in the doorway here, take my short bow and roll to hit Meldarian again, this time.
I also entirely forgot my own advantage, but please remember that fairy fire gives you advantage,
prone
people. It's
and,
important.
He was also prone, so you should have
and,
Right.
Reckless attack. and
You have
has fairy
you have
fire.
advantage from so many
All
things.
the
There's
advantages.
so much
It's okay.
advantage right now.
It's okay.
Do you have disadvantage for shooting a prone person with a
Yeah,
bow,
so
though?
it's-
Yes.
They all
So you
cancel
would do
out.
normal.
Yeah, you're correct. It's just a normal
Okay. 12?
roll. 12 misses, actually. You sink a shot into his flesh, but it seems to hardly even phase the zomboid character.
Ineffection on both sides of this fight.
Alrighty. And then I'm going to, with my bonus action, where is it?
I guess Rose.
You can disengage, you can hide, you can use an item with your fast hands.
I think I'll
can
just I'll move
dash.
here and then hide. I'm gonna roll stealth.
Alright, please roll stealth dexterity for me.
10.
Alright, you do your best hiding behind the corner, attempting to silence your breath. And that brings us to Meldarian. He rises up off of the furniture that he had stumbled over, looks around, trying to find who to attack, sees his weapon, and just goes right on top, like, just attacks Rose viciously with his reckless attacks, screaming a silent rage as he does so.
Ay, 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 ay.
I'll just try to use your character sheet more. Boom. There is his first roll. 17 to hit you.
Is a miss.
Is a miss.
Woo.
Nice. And then he's gonna roll again. With his second attack, a wordless scream erupts from his mouth. He swings a second time with his axe. For an 18.
That's exactly it.
All right, we're not gonna roll greatsword damage because it's actually a great axe. He rolls d12. Plus Meldarian's strength is 1. So he rolls a 7 damage against you, is hacking into your bark-like skin.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, that is his turn. He's just the mindless zombie rages. Tom, you see the lifeless corpse of your friend attacking Rose. What do you do?
All right, we got a lot to do here. So first off, the spear is going to pivot over here to make some room, and it's going to stab at Meldarian again. So let's go and get that bonus action out of the way.
Okay, go ahead and roll to hit, please.
That's a crit.
That's a crit. Please roll some damage, baby.
So it's going to be 2d8 plus 3. He takes 13 points of damage.
13 points, absolutely.
And then Tom will start to step forward here. As he walks forward, he lays a hand on Esteban Montague Garcia IV and shouts,
Okay.
Esteban, monsters, stab!
At once, Esteban Montague Garcia IV will stab at thee with great vigor! And he leaps forth from your belt and makes a stab at, which one, Sambar? Or...
Whoever. He can do whatever he wants. As long as he's stabbing, I'm happy.
Well, he shall stab at a zombie-like creature in front of him. He cannot bear to see undeath. Do you know his stats?
He rolls +4. I don't remember what his damage is. Is it +2
Also
or something?
4.
Okay. So he's going to roll d20 plus 4. It's 2d20 d1 because he is the... There we go. That's a miss.
All right.
And then
misses.
for my actual action, I pull out my mace. With it in Tom's hands, it starts to the golden like sun on the top starts to light up and shed bright light in an area around him, and he's gonna swing it at the lady.
Okay, you swing your mace at the lady. It's as soon as you hold it, it sheds 20 feet of bright light from the sunburst on top of it. It hums through the air like a crackling fire as you strike at her.
Does a 14 do it? Probably
a
not.
14 does not hit. Once again, the bluish green light kind of flashes up in front of her, and it deadens your mace in front of it.
Okay. This is such a busy room. Muldarian has an enemy in every tile around him.
All right. That is your turn, Tom?
Yeah.
All right. So, the woman kind of scowls at you as you stepped up into her range. The first thing she will do is rip into you with the claws, just like coming up, trying to dig in underneath your armor. You
Flashbang.
see that her hands are like long and sharp, almost animalistic. You snap your fingers, a bright sunburst bursts forth. Not this time from your mace, but from your magical hands. So she'll roll at disadvantage. She rolls at +9 to hit. So that'll be a 21 to hit with disadvantage.
That does it.
Alright, she digs in deep underneath your armor, and she rolls...
I do hold that. That was my concentration.
Okay, she rolls 12 points of damage.
Okay.
Alrighty. That is her first attack. She's going to snarl a little bit. And she's just gonna go for her claws again. She just wants to inflict as much pain as she can.
I believe it's still at disadvantage.
Still, that was gonna be my question. Her second bit of claws attacks with a 12, this time missing.
Okay.
And she kind of snarls again, bearing a long, sharp fang at you. That is her turn. That brings us to Janlar.
I have no idea if this is gonna work, but I'm gonna cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on her.
Okay, absolutely. You begin casting Tasha's Hideous Laughter. Your hands wave. You begin incanting a joke that ends all jokes. And as the wave gets closer and closer to her, she just kind of smiles, and you hear a raspy voice inside your head. It says, "You can't affect my mind." Excellent. Anything else on your turn there, Janlar?
No, that's it.
Okay, Rose, you
Oh
are...
shoot, never mind. Shit, that was concentration. I guess Rose is no longer hasted. I forgot that was concentration.
Ooh, Rose, you feel a wash of lethargy over you as the haste ends.
Sorry, that was a mistake.
You cannot take any actions or move on this turn. It's just like, the haste washes out of you. All right, that is unfortunate. That brings us to the top of the round. Hugh.
Hello there. I step back out again, fire another arrow at Meldarian.
All right.
This time, advantage.
You do have advantage.
22.
A 22 hits. Your arrow sinks deep into the torso of Meldarion.
And he takes 16 points of damage.
All right, and he will have that. Boom. All right, Meldarion lets out a wordless kind of scream again in rage, lifting up the battle axe, turning his eyes to... Who hit him last? Hugh did. Hugh, Rose is between you and him, so he's going to swing at Rose with advantage. He doesn't roll a +9 though, so we got to use his sheet.
He's +4.
That is a
Oh, right, you have the sheet.
23 to hit Rose.
Oof.
And that does 7 points of damage. And he will swing again with a 17. Does that hit
Yep.
you?
That's a hit.
And he does an additional 6 points of damage with his battle axe, just chopping into your wood-like skin, splinters of it everywhere. That is his turn. Tom, you see Meldarion just destroying your friend as she is unable to defend herself from the haste. What do you do?
We are going to do it. Let me make sure it's.
Hold on, I gotta roll my concentration. I forgot that.
Oh yeah. Okay. Trench area. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to drop my concentration on Beacon of Hope and cast Spirit Guardians.
Okay. You cast Spirit Guardians.
So any enemy. Let me make sure it is enemies. I assume it's.
You decide
can
the Spirit
choose people
Guardians.
to
Yeah.
exclude
Okay.
from it, I
Thought so.
believe. Yeah.
So Rose is probably terrified because these fiery angelic beings are going to be flitting around her, going in and out of walls at this point. But only Meldarion and the Duchess need to make wisdom saving throws
All
for
right.
half damage, and they take it now and also at the start of their turn.
Now and at the start of their turn. Okay.
Yep, both of those things.
Both of them have +3 to their wisdom saves. No, that's not true. Only she does. So she has a 17.
She passes, so she takes 8.
Okay, and Meldarion has a 5.
Okay, yeah, he fails and takes the full 17.
All right.
It is radiant damage, so if she's weak to radiant, that would be.
She takes damage for the first time. Her eyes glitter with hate. You hear a hiss in your head telepathically. It's like, that was a mistake. Please make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Ooh. I don't have. Do I have a penalty for dex? I don't think so. No, I just have nothing for dex. Okay. +0. I do not pass.
Alrighty. Flames, cold blue flames, in contrast to your waving spirits of Burgess's fire, erupt around you, and you take a full 11 points of burning damage. As in response to her taking damage, you feel this flame erupt around you. Excellent. Meldarion is beginning
Hold
to
on.
look battered and broken and hurt. You see blood kind of streaming down from him. What's up, bros?
We still have Esteban, and you still have your spiritual weapon.
Oh, right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Too many taps. All right. So Esteban's gonna stab at Meldarion again.
Uh-huh.
That is a hit. I guess. Oh, I should roll it again because he might crit. He does crit.
He crits. Please get more damage.
So 2d8 +4. He deals 19 points damage to Meldarion.
Esteban Montague Garcia IV sees that your stance is weak. I shall strike at thee from the backside. For 19 points of damage, Meldarion kind of crunches down to one knee, like the wordless rage kind of building up in him. He looks about to fall.
And then he's gonna take magic damage here for 9 more points of damage.
9 more points. He holds on. You can see the life beginning to drain once again. The undeath is losing its hold upon his corpse, but still somehow he's holding on. That brings us to her turn.
So she's gonna need to make another wisdom save.
Okay.
Or take 19 points of damage.
16.
She passes, so she
Alright.
takes 9.
9. She's used her reaction this turn, so she does not burn you with flames. But
That's
again, you hear just like anger in her voice. She looks to the 3 of you and says, "You're in a very nice cone-looking shape." She puts her hands together, her claws kind of scraping, as she speaks a word in some foreign tongue, and that bluish-green flame erupts from her hands in a cone, absorbing all 3 of Rose, Janlar, and Tom in its flame. It seems that the flame sculpt around Meldarian, not touching him as he is excluded from the eruption. I need all 3 of you to make dexterity saving throws, please.
Is it all 4? Yeah.
What's the
Yes.
DC?
The DC is 15.
I fail.
Oh, right.
Is it all 4 of us, or just the 3 in the room?
Just the 3 in the room that I said. Rose, Janlar, and Tom.
I also fail.
All right.
That's probably gonna kill me.
So I think I auto-fail because I can't move, right?
Oh, yeah, until your turn starts.
Guys, that was a really bad move by me. I'm
Okay.
really sorry.
So,
I wouldn't have noticed. It's okay. Don't worry about it. If I die, I'll just haunt you until the end of your days.
No, it's terrible.
I want all of you
Well,
to
okay, here's the
take-
thing. If you go down, I think we die here.
I want you to take 8 points of fire damage.
All right, I'm on the ground.
Ooh. Tom, you've dropped to the ground unconscious. The rest of you, it is your turn. Janlar, you've been bathed in this fire. You see Tom go down in a heap in front of the woman as she cackles maniacally.
We only took 8 damage and he went unconscious from that one.
Well,
did?
I am unconscious as well, so we're both
Well, I
unconscious.
had also taken 11 and 12 before that.
Yeah.
I think we're both
Also
unconscious here, so it's you two.
Yep,
Just
good
saying.
luck. Meldarian's almost dead, so you just have to kill the big
Janlar,
lady.
what do you do?
Shit. This is a really bad situation. I'm going to
Just kill her.
kill her. I can't kill her. She's gonna come up and kill me. I'm gonna pull out the wand that we haven't used.
Okay.
No,
Just
no, I'm not. I can't.
flowers.
I don't know how to use it. I'm just gonna cast. If I cast Shatter, I'm gonna hit you guys. That's my only.
Just you could probably only hit her. Oh, no, it might have too big of a range. Just do you not have single target damage?
Not really. Not. I mean, just cantrips basically.
Hey, remember when
That's
you were
your
like,
job.
I don't want to take magic missile?
That's your job though. Like you have all these attacks. I'm supposed to. I'm supposed to keep somebody hasted. That's basically my job.
Wait, did you lose the spells from the book? Because if not, then you still have magic missiles. You got it from the book, right?
Yeah, I just don't have it like
Prepared.
prepared.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
So I guess I'll just cast Firebolt at. I mean, if I don't kill her, I mean, I can't kill her. She's gonna kill us. But
You kill him.
I'm gonna attack him at Barian with
Okay.
Firebolt.
Please roll to hit. With advantage, because he's been recklessly attacking.
Does that magic sword fall to the ground?
I think Esteban's fine, and I think the spear might stay standing since it's not concentration.
The spear
It
is
just
gonna
doesn't
go.
do anything,
The
right?
sword, however, I didn't think about. Yeah, the sword is still there.
Yeah, Esteban is
A
independent.
24 hits. Please roll some damage. 14, your fireball arcs across, striking Meldarian, finally ending his animation. His corpse slouches to the ground, the battle axe around him. Alrighty, that
Can I move actually? No.
Yeah, you can split up your movement. Where are you going?
Out the door. No, I can't go out the door. I mean, he's blocking the doorway. Shit.
It's not technically. Okay. You
I
can
guess
walk through this.
I'm gonna go
You
to
can
this
walk
side
through
of
this
the
way.
door.
All right, you walk through the door, away as fast as you can. Hugh, you see Janla run past you. Your new allies roll unconscious on the ground. Meldarian dead. The woman cackles mercilessly in the room, her hands outstretched. What do you do?
Alright, I'm like, bloody hell, and I run in, I pick up that magic sword that fell to the ground when Tom went down.
Ooh,
And
you
I
pick up
wanna-
the Mace of Disruption.
No, the.
Oh, you pick up
A spiritual weapon?
You're gonna grab Esteban.
That'll be Esteban.
Esteban immediately inside your head. As soon as you grab him, he's like, "Hand me."
I don't think Esteban fell
Montague.
to the ground. I think he's still floating.
He would be floating, but
Yeah.
if you grab
Oh
him, you
well,
grab
I'll
him.
grab him. I'm like, I'm sorry, buddy, but I need your help. We gotta kill this fiend.
Oh, yes, killing is good, but your hands are all over me. I cannot abide by this.
Very well, very well. I just let him go, and I'll just walk up and attack her.
All right. You walk up, kicking Tom to the side, ruthlessly,
Yeah,
and attack her with your short sword. Please roll to hit.
Yep. Oh, I forgot to. Oh, 25 will hit. I'll roll again just in case it's a crit.
She does not have advantage. You do not have advantage on her.
Fairy fire?
Huh?
Fairy Fire's gone. It's concentration.
Yeah, Fairy
Oh,
Fire's
okay.
gone.
Okay. Well, then I'll just hit her. Hey. Oh yeah.
She takes 5 points of damage. In response, you hear a cackling in your head once again. A mistake. Please make a dexterity saving throw.
Ah, that's fine.
You pass. The flames erupt around you, but you dance to the side of them, and she kind of scowls in anger. That is your turn, Hugh. Which brings us to Meldarion, who's dead, and to Tom. Tom, first thing first.
We need a natural
I need a
20.
death
I
saving
fail.
throw.
But Esteban
Yes.
goes, stab, stab, stab! And he starts flying forward. And crits her.
Very nice. At least somebody's doing something.
Esteban comes flying forward and crits her for 8 points of damage. Nicely done.
And I
All
got a
right, there's
failure, so I
Esteban
gotta
back
mark
for you.
that.
Please don't die.
I make no promises.
All
I like
right.
the idea that Mike and I are the only ones with deaths.
I might join you here, man.
Rose, we missed a death saving throw from you. We went from Janlar to Hugh.
Just straight to.
Yeah.
There you go. It's a miss. It's a fail.
Ooh, that's one fail. Janlar,
Fail.
it is your turn though, in the turn order. What do you do?
Looking at this map, it looks like I probably could cast Shatter behind her here, and not hit anybody else. 'Cause it's a 10-foot radius.
There is the dude in the bed. Bear that in mind right here.
I mean, there's
Like,
plenty
throw
of.
it there?
Oh,
Yeah, we'll go over here. Yeah, over here then. It's got like a 10-foot radius, so maybe I have to go lower. I don't know exactly how low, but
There.
yeah.
So you're gonna cast Fireball? Is that what I heard?
No, Shatter.
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 Into the back corner, because then
into
he
the back
only hits
corner.
her.
All right.
Yeah.
What's the area of effect on Shatter for me?
It's a 10-foot radius.
10-foot radius. So you're gonna center it on the back corner.
Yeah, where basically where she's on the outside of the radius.
So 10 feet. It's gonna be like this.
Yeah.
Okay. You're gonna want to center it like not there though.
Not in the very corner. That's what I'm saying. It's like here-ish, really.
10-foot radius, right?
Yeah, radius, so he wants
Radius. So.
Not 10-foot area, radius, so 20-foot.
I understand that, but if it was centered here, then it would have 10 feet outside of that, right? This is only a quarter of it. But yeah, that works. Okay, sure. Please roll some damage.
Well, damage.
She fails.
Ooh.
Here comes early onset tinnitus.
All right, yeah, that's my turn.
Did you roll?
Yeah, isn't it just?
Did 12.
Oh,
Shadow
oh,
just
you already
damage.
rolled. Okay, I totally missed your roll.
Oh, my bad. I didn't
12
realize. You
points of sonic damage. A thunderclap erupts.
I was like, what are we
and
waiting on
she
now?
takes some amount of damage. She has one more use of a reaction. She points at you. You hear those words in your head. A mistake. A greenish blue flame erupts around you. Please make a dexterity saving throw.
It's fine. Kill me, guys.
Wait, isn't Meldarion? Is that also Meldarion's turn? She used it on him. Not Meldarion, sorry, you.
Oh, she did use it once this turn. Never mind.
Yeah.
She is out of her reaction. You get out of that for free. That is Janlar's turn. Rose, we need your second death saving throw.
Okay, people.
Come on,
You can do it.
That's
Have a
it.
chance to make at least.
Excellent. Which brings us back around to Hugh.
All right, let's slash and hack this bitch to death. I'm feeling confident. 20.
A
That'll
20
hit.
hits.
17.
For 7 piercing.
Oh,
All right.
7, sorry.
You get.
You used a big number.
Oh, she
I
doesn't
know.
like it.
I need that. I need that.
Okay, is that your turn?
Can I? Cunning action? No, I can only do movement stuff. No, I'm good. I'm good. I don't think I can hide right in front of her.
That would be very difficult, yes. All right, that is your turn, Tom. We are going to need a second
I fail.
saving throw. That's 2 failures for Tom.
And Esteban probably misses.
13, it does in fact miss. Esteban does not get it done. That brings us to Janlar. Janlar, what's the plan?
$3d8 or 2d10? What's better? I can't even. Let's
3D8.
assume 3d8.
3d8.
I guess I'd cast Shatter again then.
Okay, you cast Shatter again. She will make a saving throw against it. A 20 passing. So she will take half damage.
And max roll damage. Come on, buddy. I believe.
I'm waiting for the triple ones.
For
yeah.
17, half of 17 is going to be 9.
8.
8. Yes, I could math. 8. She is bloodied. And that is... What else are you going to do with your turn? Is that it?
I can't try to commit medicine on anyone, so yeah.
Okay.
Commit medicine!
Rose, we need a death saving throw, please.
Come on.
13
Mate.
is a pass. That's
Oh,
2 successes
yes.
and 1 failure. All right. That brings us to Hugh. You see Tom bleeding out on the ground next to you. This siren or whatever she is seems bloodied and hurt in front of you. What is your plan?
Do I save Tom? And then just fuck it. I'm gonna save Tom.
All
All right.
right.
I'm gonna commit medicine.
Okay.
Committing medicine.
You bend down to commit medicine on Tom. Esteban Montague Garcia IV begins flashing in front of you, protecting you from her opportunity attack.
Commit medicine.
Oh my god.
All right.
You are unable to stabilize Tom next to you.
Pokes the needle through Tom's arm. Oh, whoops.
Oh, there's more blood. Oh dear.
All right. What else? Is that all you're going to do with your turn?
That's all I can do with my turn.
Okay. Tom, you have 2 failures. Please make a death
I'm
saving.
dead.
Tom with 3 consecutive failures. Tom dies in the room in front of us. Okay. Well, that brings us to Janlar. It's your turn again.
Dying on the goddamn side mission, boys.
Technically, it's a main mission. It's not a story mission, but it's still a main mission.
Oh, I guess one more Shatter.
Okay. Casting another Shatter on her. She is gonna fail.
For 11.
We're 11 more points of damage. She's still up. All right. That is your turn. What else? Anything else you can do?
No.
Rose, you have 2 successes and 1 failure. Please make
Let's
your...
see.
That is a success. You are stable on the ground. No longer bleeding
Can't
out.
wake myself up though either.
No. Please give me a D4. You will awake in 4 hours with 1 hit point. All right.
Baby.
That is her turn. She didn't go yet. So she looks at Hugh, and she has decided she is hurt. She points her finger at you, and you feel a wave of telepathy and charm and kindred spiritedness with her. She attempts to beguile your essence. Please make a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw.
Oh god,
Hugh.
do you need to be conscious for the you're dead. so I'm pretty sure I don't get the bonus.
Yeah, no,
You do not
Beacon of
get
Hope ended a
advantage on
while
Beacon of
ago.
Hope.
Oh no.
Nope.
Oh, you are charmed. You feel as if this is your ally and that you need to help and protect her. As you're charmed, she steps forward and goes to plant a big ol' kiss on you. Please go ahead and make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, I survived.
Okay, so you are going to take half of this amount of damage.
It's gonna knock you out, right?
Does the damage end the charm? Because most charm effects end from
No,
abuse.
it's a specific
Okay.
charm thing. She can't do this to someone who's not charmed.
Okay.
This is what she does to the old man.
You take half of 23 points of damage, so you'll take 11 points of damage. And
that's
you
tough.
see as she comes back from the embrace that she has healed up and looks more healthy than she was before. That is her turn. Hugh, you have been charmed. You hear a telepathic bond that says, "Protect me." What do you do?
Guess if she says to protect her, I'll just stand in the way.
Okay.
Like he's going to actually no, I'm gonna move forward. Yeah, because if I stand, I've seen him use shatter a bunch of times.
Uh-huh.
So if I'm up in his face, he can't cast shatter. I'm sorry, buddy, but you're gonna get stabbed.
I'm gonna have to take one for the team. Can I? Okay.
All
I'm
right.
ready. this
Tom
match.
is dead. Rose is stable. Janlar, you're the only one in initiative order before her. What do you do?
I really hope you took Dispel Magic.
Well, I do, but so I'm wondering if I cast haste on myself, can I then use my haste action that
Sure.
turn?
Yeah, you get a second action. Why not?
Can my second action be to start to drag Rose's body away?
I'm standing.
Can I carry her?
Cat?
Yeah. Even with you standing there, can I just try to pick her up and just run, and take an attack of opportunity?
How much can you carry though?
I don't know. Probably
you
not
can,
very much.
You
I
can
probably have
try to
drop
drag her
pretty much.
away. Yeah.
How fast can you drag something? Not very fast.
I'm gonna say, I don't know. You're already basically encumbered, right?
Yeah, I probably
So if you
probably
grab
can't even do
her,
that.
I'm gonna say you can drag at half movement.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be able to drag her. I'm just gonna cast a spell magic on
Hugh.
Hugh then.
All right. Where did Hugh go?
He's inside of the
He's under
sanctuary.
Rose somehow.
Rose.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't drag Rose. I wish I could, but
Just drag me out of the room already. It's okay.
I'm
All
not
right,
strong enough. to
go ahead
do-
and cast a spell magic. You cast a spell magic. Yeah, you don't even need to roll. You cast a spell magic on Hugh. Hugh blinks momentarily. And it's like a fog was lifted away from your eyes, Hugh. You're standing in front of Janlar. The last thing you remember, you were standing in front of the succubus before she attempted to charm you. Seeing that, it is her turn. The succubus strides forward, upset.
I think
that
Hugh
her-
goes first, right? Because Janlar went after the succubus.
Yeah, but has she turned? Oh yeah, that's right. But no, then it was Hugh's turn. Yeah, no, okay, Hugh, it's your turn. You've been awakened. Yeah, I lost track of my turn order.
Like,
Hugh.
what the shit?
Yeah,
He
And
charmed
I'm
you.
just-
all of you
I'm-
died.
I
really
noticed.
hard.
I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna slash at her.
All right, you run back to go slash at her. Please roll to hit.
21.
21 hits.
7 damage.
7 points of damage. You know what we didn't do, Tom? Roll to hit for Esteban Montague Garcia IV.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah. He crits.
Oh, Esteban crits her. Please roll some
Esteban
damage.
is a staple of justice.
All right, for 13 points of damage, she begins to look a little worse for the wear between Esteban and Hugh there. Hugh, you walked up and you stabbed her. Anything else you can do with your turn?
No, I can't unless I want to disengage, but I don't.
Okay, Tom, you are dead, but you
I'm
are now
dead.
Esteban.
Oh, but Esteban, should
In
he
the
go
turn
again
order.
since
yes,
we...
go ahead and go again. We skipped him last time.
He misses.
He misses. All right, Rose, you are stable. Janlar, you are hasted. What do you do?
I'm not hasted.
You are not hasted. What do you do?
I guess it's just by magic. I'm going to. Do I see Sambar the mace lying on the ground next to Rose's body?
I am sure you do. She was wielding it in combat before she fell.
All right, I'm gonna pick up Sambar then.
All right. You grip your hands around Sambar and immediately in tune with his consciousness.
Janla, my friend, let's bludgeon this witch's head in.
Things are going badly, brother. And then I'll step forward and attack.
All right, you come racing forward and come swinging with Sambar.
What is it?
He is a +8 magical mace to hit and damage.
But
It's plus 11 to hit for
I'm
me.
not proficient in maces.
Because of
though,
your
right?
strength.
Oh,
right?
that's
And your
because
proficiency.
maybe. Yeah, that's
As
maybe why.
as a wizard, I'm not proficient in maces, right?
You are not proficient in maces.
So it's
you would not get your proficiency bonus, but you would get your strength bonus if any.
okay. I have a negative strength.
Then you would take your negative in strength.
Okay, so it's D20. You said it was a plus what?
+8 mace,
So it's
minus
a
whatever your
7.
strength bonus is.
So D20 minus. Yikes.
No, no.
Oh, no,
That's
sorry, +7.
plus
Sorry,
7,
+7.
so that'd be a
Plus
19. That hits.
19, my bad. Yeah. And then what's the +7 again? Then
He does +8 to damage, +8
Plus
to hit
8.
and damage. Your strength is a minus though, so yeah, it would be +7 damage.
Okay. And then he's a mace, so it's a D8 +7.
D8 +7.
Okay. 12.
For 12 points of damage, blah, you bludgeon her. She stumbles back, but still alive, snarling and showing both of her fangs. That is your turn, Janlar. Did she ever go? I feel like we keep missing the succubus. She's gonna go at some point. What was
She
her
should have gone
last
before
action?
me.
She should have gone
have her
before
go
you.
now.
All right. The succubus goes. She stares between the two of you. She's gonna split up her attacks. She's just gonna go with her claws now, sensing that she's on her back foot. She attacks with.
I'm gonna use shield.
Okay. Absolutely. Her first attack at at Hugh is a 24.
That'll hit.
Alrighty. So we need.
Please don't roll high.
9 points of damage
that's
to
fine.
you.
Whew.
And then she attacks
I'm
Janlar with an 11 to hit,
That's a
failing.
miss.
She kind of snarls at you and looks on to be very. She looks to be very upset, and a little bit of fear starts to tinge her eyes. Hugh, it is your turn.
I like that he's standing next to me because now get sneak attack. So I will attack.
All right, a
With
26
26.
hits.
She takes
15
15 damage.
Ooh, hold on, I need to do some quick math.
You get the damage bonus on sneak attack?
So, Millman,
Oh, I forgot. High level rogues get
Hugh.
more.
Yeah.
how do you slay this creature?
I think as she puts her claw in me, she's obviously touching me. So I just jab her like straight in the chest as like she's got her hand out reaching and clawing me. I've used that opening to stab her straight in the chest. Straight through the heart.
All right, perfect. You sink your sword straight into her heart. Her eyes go wide, almost in surprise as much as fear. She did not expect to meet her end here today. Her body goes limp and slumps and falls. And you find yourself standing in the room of a silent manner. The troubled, sickly breathing of the Duke of Balesport comes from the bed up at the top of the room.
I'm just like, "Ugh." And I look at Chandler and I'm like, thank fuck, I couldn't take another one of those. Quick, grab Rose and drag her in here. And then I'm like gonna just lean over to Tom and like start like, come on, buddy, start breathing, CPR, come on.
All right, you begin pressing, doing the CPR, trying to find a pulse. It becomes clear rather quickly that Tom has drawn his last breath.
I'll close his eyes and I'll reach for the scabbard of Esteban and I'll hold it out. I guess you're rolling with me, buddy.
Esteban kind of glides back into his scabbard very slowly.
I'll put him on my belt. Do we want to rest here? We'll barricade the door.
It's literally just the two of you.
Yeah. I don't think anyone would want to come up here. They'd probably be afraid of the Duchess.
All right. I search her body. Does she have a key for the door to lock the door?
She does have a key to lock the door. After a moment of searching, you do find it, an old brass key, and you can quickly lock the master bedroom door.
While he's locking the door, could I go check on the Duke? Make sure that he's stable, not like
you go
dying
check
out.
on him, and he is weak and sickly looking. He draws ragged breaths. His brow is sweaty. His skin pale, and just he looks very sickly.
Yeah. There's not much I can do. I can kind of just hope that he survives at this point. Yeah. So we would barricade the door and wait for Rose to wake up.
I'm gonna shake down Meldarian and see what he's acquired since. I'll take out my my loop and look around at all the items and stuff that are around the room.
You begin checking around trying to find magical items. Other than the stuff that you know of that you have on your party, there's nothing new magical in this room. Oh, I take that back, actually. The great axe that Meldarian had.
Yep.
It is a great axe +4, and it seems to glow with some other magical property through your loop.
Oh, I'll put that on my back and I'll grab the. Does he have his bag?
Meldarian?
Yes.
Does he have his bag? Oh, like all of Meldarian's old equipment?
Yes.
He does not. All the
gonna
things
say, there's a
on
cup in there.
Meldarian's person are gone.
Okay. I take it she doesn't have anything on her before I sling her body into the fireplace.
She does not. No, other than the key and some like clothing. You don't see.
Yeah, I
anything
sling her body
magical
into the
or
fireplace
interesting.
to burn up.
All right, you throw her into the fireplace. It is a gross process, burning the body of this sea witch. It begins to smell like rotting seaweed, and like the worst fetid swamp that burns in the room around you in a choking thick smoke.
I mean, there's no windows after a shatter, so I'm okay. I'll just take a seat. Just
Do we
wait
know
it
where
out.
the daughter sleeps?
You do not. You could go look for her.
I kind of want to wait until Rose is up to go look for her.
Okay. So you barricade
Well-
yourself in here.
Yeah.
All right. You sit and rest for the next 4 hours, keeping yourselves together. Eventually, Rose, you do awake with 1 hit point. The other 2 of you can take the benefits of a short rest and spend whatever hit dice recover with any spells or whatnot you might have.
Oh. Ow. 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 Ow.
Rise and shine,
Everything
Rose. I bet. But you're still alive. I can't say that for Tom, though.
What do you mean?
And I was like, point over at Tom on the other side of the room.
Oh no! I scramble over on all four, and I check up on him.
He's not
And-
breathing.
What happened?
You got downed, but I managed to put my sword through her heart. If you want to find her, she's in the fireplace.
Oh.
It's still quite obvious. The body is still burning in there slowly. It turns out a single fireplace isn't really hot enough to really
it's
burn
not,
a body.
It's not incinerating.
And
I just wanted to make sure she wasn't getting up.
Yeah, the foul, burning, choking smoke still fills the room. There are like 3 windows in here, and it is billowing out of them, but it still is filling this room rather quickly.
How long have I been out?
4 hours.
I
5
just
hours.
like look around. I'm like, yeah, 4 hours. You've been down a
What?
while.
And we're still here?
Well,
People must have seen the smoke.
nobody's here yet.
I think
Okay.
the Duchess put enough fear into everyone that they leave her alone.
Is the Duke still unconscious?
He
You
is.
go over to his bed. You see that he is sickly, breathing in ragged breaths. He is sweaty, and the skin has lost most of its coloring.
Right.
Well, I can't help the old man. I tried committing medicine earlier. Didn't go well for Tom.
Well. Okay, first things first. I guess I'm gonna cast... I'll try again with lesser restoration on the Duke.
Okay, you cast Lesser Restoration on the Duke. This time you see, like, color flush back into his face. His breathing grows a little bit less ragged, and you kind of put your hand to his brow, and you feel the heat of his fever reducing. But unlike when Tom did it last, it seems that this doesn't restore him to full vigor. But you do
Right,
feel
so-
that he has improved.
Okay. Have you searched this place?
I searched her, and Meldarian.
Yeah, that's all we've searched. We were afraid to move further.
There has to be something in here that helps us. I open the chest over here.
You find inside of it a bunch of the Duke's personal possessions, clothing. You see some old journals in them. Most of them, as you leaf through them, seem to be like the goings-on of the castle. You see a ledger of the amount of food that is required to feed the servants, and notes of the many comings and goings of the nobility and the trades. Seem to go back quite a long ways, along with some rings of his and shoes, just the personal possessions of the Duke.
Oh, that doesn't help.
As she's leafing through, I'm gonna look over her shoulder. Well, I guess none of those rings were like resist charm, because otherwise we wouldn't be in this situation.
What are we gonna do about Tom, though?
What do you do with dead people in the Seekers?
In the past, we've taken a bit of their body to remember them by, but that seems odd.
That'd be real weird. You are not cutting a piece of him.
I don't want any of that.
Okay, because that's weird. That's
No.
real
Voice comes down from the heavens saying, "Take the mace of disruption, you jackasses."
I mean, we'll definitely take his body with us when we leave.
Yeah, I didn't think it'd be right if I just pulled everything off him. So
No, we'll give him a proper burial once we get out of here. I feel like we should find the daughter. I don't know.
well, I
if
can
she's
go
important
with
or
you.
not, but
All right. Well,
Oh.
Rose, you want to stay here? Take it easy.
I'm gonna... I guess I'm gonna eat 10 good berries.
Okay. You take out 10 good berries and begin munching around them.
I'm just
restoring some of
imagining
your
like
health.
just a one at a time.
The entire really? I thought the entire grape.
Oh, you have them all like one big stalk.
Yeah, I'm pretty devastated right now. No, I won't let you go by yourself. There's nothing I can do here. I need a second. I'll be right there. And I scramble to my feet. Yeah. And I look over my shoulder back to Tom's corpse and I say, we're coming back for you.
Oh, don't worry. And I hold the key up. I'm gonna lock the room behind us.
Okay. Is the building actively burning down, Greg? Asking
No.
for a friend. No? Okay, good. Then I guess we can walk out and lock the door and look for...
I just think about it. I'm like, I'm just gonna grab whatever's not burning of her and throw her out the window. I feel like that's better than smoking out the whole room.
Do
No
you
one
do
objects?
this?
Okay, and I just grab
mean,
it.
All
I
right, you
Like-
take the still smoldering corpse of the erstwhile Duchess of Balesport, and then throws it out the window.
I mean, she is like a horrible tiefling monster now, you know.
Yes,
so like,
yes.
maybe they. Nah, it was a bad idea.
Okay. Okay, as we walk out, Greg, I want to investigate this room here. If there's a door here, I would listen on the door before I open.
Okay, you listen into the door and make your way into a common room. This is the kind of like main suite of the area. This is one of the rooms that you and your companion stayed in before. As you step inside, you find it to be largely unoccupied. Everything neatly made and waiting as if it were awaiting an occupant.
Okay, so nobody here, so I'm gonna head back up here. Listen on this door.
You crunch down the hallway that is littered with star anise, and you make your way into this room. As you peer in, you see the stirrings of servants as they rise from their kind of foggy slumber, kind of looking around like, what's going on? I don't... What? Oh. They seemed as if they're coming out of a long daze.
Right. Okay, I'm shaking one of their shoulders and I say, "Where does the daughter sleep?"
Oh, hello? Hi, the daughter? The Duke doesn't have a daughter. What are you talking about? Oh, I feel like I've been asleep for so long. Oh, who are you?
What other bedrooms are there?
Oh, just kind of looks around.
We've been over there. I mean, other places.
She gives you a breakdown of the many bedrooms across the entire manor house.
Perfect, fantastic. I'm checking on this one. Listening on the door, Greg.
Yeah,
All right,
we
you
get you all
begin
this.
making.
I'm
your
like
way
shaking her.
through-
She starts mumbling. I'm like, okay, I'm just leaving.
You begin making your way through the manor house, searching for the daughter of the Duke and the Duchess. As you begin searching through, you find more and more just confused and like otherwise dazed servants. Then eventually, you find the daughter of the Duchess, as you know her, wandering through the hallways, looking. She kind of sees you shaking people and walking around, and comes up. It's like, where am I?
I grab her by the collar, Greg.
Okay. Her eyes go wide as this angry spigot grabs her by the collar.
What's your name?
My name's Melissa.
Where are you from, Melissa?
I'm from Nestor. I don't recognize this. I feel like I just woke up and I'm here. I don't know where I am or what's going on.
Can I make
I
an
like-
insight check to determine if she's lying?
You can.
Natural
Go ahead and
one.
roll me an
Just
insight check.
kill her.
I have a very low ability to do this, but 10.
You roll a 10. If it is a performance, it seems very convincing to you. You don't see anything wrong with it.
Right, I let go of her and I sigh and I say, I guess they're I guess she was also just charmed.
Charmed? By what?
I think we should keep her with us and maybe bring her back to Nestor.
There was a lady from Balesport. They visited us in Nestor. I thought maybe we were. Is she around? I think we were gonna go traveling, but I don't. Did we? Have I been sick? Where are we?
We're in Balesport, and not sick but charmed.
Not sick but charmed. Okay. Balesport.
How old is she? She's like
She's
23
like, yeah, she's like in her young 20s,
okay.
early 20s. It's like, I was to be a lady's maid on a travel. My family doesn't make too much money. My father and my soon-to-be husband are both cobblers. It's a good way to help pay for the wedding. I don't remember anything though. It seems like that was so long ago, maybe.
Well, Melissa, if you would like to assist us, we need to round up anybody we can find on this property and bring them to the dining hall. And I'm gonna
I doubt she
I'm gonna
knows
say,
the
well,
property.
it doesn't matter. She can walk around and find people. I do that all the time, so it's gonna be fine. Dining room is downstairs. You'll figure it out. Not that hard. And I'll go back to the servants who will say, we need to find everybody in the property. We'll meet downstairs 15 minutes in the dining hall.
All right. In the dining hall. Okay.
The dining hall is downstairs.
Has anyone seen?
Apparently there's some confusion about where the dining hall is. It's downstairs.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Have you seen the Duke?
Have we seen what?
The Duke.
He's in the bed.
Oh, very good.
He's pretty sick.
Oh,
We're gonna
sick.
explain everything. We need to meet 15 minutes on the clock. Chop, chop.
Oh, if the Duke is sick, we need to tend to him. Someone fetch the doctor.
I already tended to him. I'm a druid. We don't have time for this right now.
Oh, okay. Yes. In the dining hall.
Okay. And then I'm going to turn around and I'm going to say, Chandler, 15 minutes, you'll do the talking.
Indeed. Rose has taken over as the leader here. It's working.
She's just delegating now. Okay.
I mean, do you want me to do the talking?
It doesn't matter.
You don't even know. You have only been here for half the story. Chandler's doing the talking.
Okay. Shit. Rose, turn in the book real quick. Okay.
All right.
I'll be in the dining hall, and you just find me sitting, like, right hand to the head of the table, feet up, having something to drink.
So the three of you begin rounding up all the servants. 15 minutes go by. You get a lot of very confused people in the dining hall. A very old Jeeves is kind of helping you along once you explain to him what's going on. And Jeeves gets the entire manor house's population packed into the dining hall for you to meet with and discuss. Jeeves kind of ruffles his mustache up and looks to you, Rose. Says, the floor is yours, my lady.
Perfect, thank you. And I gently take Chandler's shoulders and push him forward towards the mass.
Yeah, I'll step forward.
Positioning him in front.
I'd like to thank you all for coming and meeting us here. We know you're all very confused and have a lot of questions, so I'll try to answer them all at the same time. It appears you've all been under the charm of a foul beast that had taken control of power here in Balesport. The Duke was sick due to this foul beast shit, and we have saved him. He is currently healing, and with doctor supervision, everything will be fine. You are all very welcome. My companions here and I have saved not only the Duke's life, but all of yours.
So
Yeah.
where is the Duke?
In his bed.
He is in his room, protected for his own safekeeping. We are not sure if any of her allies are still here, attempting to finish off her job. So until
Oh, there's allies, the foul beasts. Beasts everywhere, beasts in the shadows. Everyone, get a dagger.
Okay, now, calm down, people.
everyone calm down. So until we are sure everything's safe, the Duke is going to stay under proper supervision.
Okay.
Thank
You guys are our eyes and ears for now. Just if you see anybody odd walking around the house, let us know. Keep this house running, and everything will be fine. We will need a cleanup in the Lord's room. Kind of missing a couple windows, and a bunch of blood, and a dead body. But other than that, oh, also, the dead monster is in the backyard. You may want some janitors or yard keepers to deal with that mess. Other than that, thanks for coming. Make sure you have a good meal. You know, you've been pretty out of it for the last, I don't know how long she's been here for.
9 months, right?
Yeah. And you may want to send out some runners to let the town know that the Seekers of Sarmanath are no longer wanted criminals.
You see
And
a
we do
very
need-
like confused servant staff for a while as you finish up your spiel. They're all kind of whispering to themselves about shadowy beasts that are lurking around trying to kill them and the Duke, and there's rumors, and they don't jump immediately into action. This time,
Can I wave over Jeeves at some point?
yes, you begin waving over Jeeves. He ruffles his mustache and begins making his way to you. But before he gets there, the front of the manor house, adjacent to the dining room, you hear like a kind of pounding on the door. Eventually, the door kind of just like is unlocked and bursts open, and you see Vasily the dwarf, flanked by multiple guards. And he's like, and he looks at you, and he looks at the servants. He says, I need to know what the hell is going on here.
Well, I was just about to send a messenger to you.
Hey, very good. Yeah, we look up and the manor house is burning, and there's strange things going on at the docks. I had to come a-running. It's good seeing you three here. Is the Duke safe?
Well, he's still not in perfect shape, but the lady is gone.
Gone, you say?
Yeah, dead.
You slew the Duchess.
Gone as in dead.
I wouldn't call her a duchess. I'd call her a monster.
Hey, a monster,
Ah.
you say?
Backyard.
Do you have
wanna
proof
look?
of that? In the garden?
Yeah.
He kind of like nods his head at some of his captain guards. They go running into the garden. Eventually, they come back like carrying this smoldering, like half burned up swamp thing body, and they were kind of like wide eyes. Vasily looks at it for a moment and says, "Aye, it's worse than I feared. A monster had taken over the Duke's life." He kind of snaps his fingers at the captain guard, whispers something at them. They come running off, and he says, "We'll send word. Try to clear your name. Seems we need to apologize to the people of the city on behalf of the Seekers. But the Duchess was some kind of fey creature. We'll let them know. Come, take me to the Duke. I must know that he's safe."
I also ask on the way, so is that blue elf still around?
Aye, down by the docks.
Should not let them leave.
Yes. We'll see if we can detain them. That is a smart thought, Janlar. As soon as I see to the Duke's safety.
Right, and we run to, hurry towards the room, I guess.
All right. You hurry up to the room. He sees the Duke, and rushes over. Kind of puts a hand on his forehead, feels for a pulse. He nods and says, "Aye, the Duke is alive. Can you cure him?"
I already tried. It's gotten better, but it hasn't, he's not as, I'm not sure what it is, really. I'm not sure if he's going to be better over time if she applied something to him every night.
Okay. He kind of nods his head.
I would need Janla to detect magic in here to figure out if anything is maybe particular to this room. I don't know.
He strokes his beard and kind of thinks for a moment and says, get your wizard in here then. We'll see if
Where's the weird doctor?
I don't know. I didn't see him. Did you not see him when the servants were massed together?
Was he there? No, he wasn't there. He wasn't even in the house, right?
You would find him eventually, yes.
Is that Gregorius?
Yes.
Yep.
After some searching, you bring the doctor here. He and Janlar can begin tending to the.
Does
the
Gregorius remember tending to him before?
No. My memory is very foggy.
He's like, I'm actually a chef. I've never been a doctor all my life. Okay, great.
I mean, like, not in the last few months or so. The Duke is usually quite a healthy man.
Again, it appears you have been charmed as the rest of the people here. I doubt you were performing up to your best work. See to it that you do now.
He nods and goes about tending to the doctor. Vasily, true to his word, leaves the manor in your hands and says that he's going to go try to take care of the problem at the docks.
Right. I don't think that right now we would leave wherever we are.
No.
I think Rose would probably just stay and,
Okay.
try to put Tom in a position that's, makes it able to transport him out of here.
I was gonna say, do we want to take him down to the church district and have him burned in the?
I'm not sure it's safe to go out yet for us because our name hasn't been cleared yet. Like, we might run into some guards that haven't caught the news and just get ourselves murdered. So.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
he's
is there a nice
name us
cold
champions
place we
instead
can
of-
store him?
The Duke
Cold
probably
place.
has a wine cellar, so maybe down there.
Let's put the Sun Cleric in the wine cellar. It's very fitting for him.
I think he'd
Alright.
like that.
You take Tom's body down to
I'm gonna pour a drink for
cold
myself and
wine
my
cellar.
companions as well.
Having yourself a drink in remembrance of
Yeah,
Tom.
I think we're gonna. Rose for once is actually gonna drink the wine, I guess.
Okay.
The Duke's wine. It might be good.
It is very good. Yes, there's a wide selection of very nice wines in the cellar.
Sweet.
You prop up
Well,
Tom's body next to a couple of the barrels and have yourselves a drink.
Here's one for you, buddy. And I pour some, on the ground next to him, and then I'll drink the rest. So,
He really wanted to save the Duke, We need to make sure that he makes it.
I mean, do we want to take him to the churches and get him seen to? Maybe they can get him up, or do we want to send him on a proper going and let his ashes go to the wind, return to
Believe-
his god?
I believe
Oh,
Tom
yeah.
was a man of that would like to be burned when he died, not want to come back.
Very well. Well, once the Duke is not so dead looking, we can tend to this.
Okay. So are you going to stay in the manor house then?
Yep.
Yeah, at least until we're cleared, until somebody comes back and says, you can
Alright.
walk out without getting
You
murdered.
spend a long, troubled night in the manor house, and do you have anything
Is
that you
it-
want to do while you're passing the night there?
I mean, I'm tending to the Duke, so I want to see if he gets, if he rapidly gets worse, if he gets any better. Yeah.
Okay.
I would find the Duke's daughter at some point and tell her that we'll help her get her home.
She thanks you, and is effusive in her praise of you taking care of the Duke and how brave you must have been to defeat a monster. But she's excited to be able to go back home. The Duke doesn't get any worse or better during the night as you tend to immerse. However, as after you go to sleep, the next morning, it seems that the positive effects of your lesser restoration have begun to wear off. His breaths come in more ragged again the next morning. His fever has returned.
Is he wearing anything? Is he wearing like a wedding ring, maybe?
No, he is not actually. You look over his body, and the only thing he's really wearing at all is just like essentially a nightshirt, right? Like one long kind of like gown that is damp with sweat as he is laid in this bed.
Can I try dispelling magic on him?
You do. You cast dispel magic on the body, and notice no appreciable change in him.
I have a thought. Did she lay her eggs in him?
How you would know.
I don't know. She's a sea monster.
Possible. We didn't detect any poison or disease, so that might not count as a poison or disease.
Right?
I'll detect magic again in here.
You
as a
detect
ritual.
magic in this room, and other than the magical items you bring in on your person, you find no magic in the room.
Yeah. So it doesn't look magical in nature.
Well, I don't know. I'm no physician or cleric. I don't know how to treat him.
Yeah, the doctor kind of comes in and kind of looks to you. He says, "You say he's been like this for a few months." He kind of looks at it and says, I know not what could be ailing him. I have given him things to break the fever and the common curatives that I know, but it seems that nothing responds, or at least nothing in a day has responded.
I would like to get Jeeves. I mean, it's been 9 months, but he would still know the manor layout, and I wanna know if there's like a chest or something that has not been in this house before. Something that's off about this house.
You and Jeeves begin inspecting the manor slowly. It takes you probably the better half of another day as you spend it in this manor. But at the end of it, Jeeves kind of shakes his head. No, my lady, it seems that everything is present and accounted for. No oddities to my knowledge that are new in the house.
It's probably something really simple that I know it's Greg, but we're not thinking of it.
You said in that one chest I found like his journal and stuff, right?
Uh-huh.
Can I read through his last journal entries?
Sure. They're very dry. They're about the political comings and goings of the shipyard, and about his belief that Nestor is underpricing them along the port, and that he needs to increase the amount of traffic here, but somehow maintain his pricing, because he can't go any lower. He has to pay the prices of both river traffic and ocean traffic, and it's a long and boring thing, but you get through it.
And it doesn't say he met a woman at any point, right?
No, it doesn't mention it.
I'm not good with these puzzles, fam.
Well, I think we need to give him some time now to see if he can heal naturally, now that the fiend is out of the picture.
I have an idea. Use the Seekers, right?
Indeed.
Why don't you send to the Seekers Guild for aid from a healer?
I mean, we've
are the
tried all
Seekers.
magical healing needs.
I mean, a higher level healer. No offense, Rose.
Tom was a very accomplished cleric.
And he's now on the other side, shall we put. I mean, somebody who's quite much higher than us might be able to just fix him. You know, I'm going on a limb here. I don't know how to fix him.
Well, if we send them a message, they might be more interested in the case now that it is clear that this monster was behind it, and it's not just a simple sickness.
Indeed, I think it is wise to send the Seekers an update. We might need to investigate further what was going on down at the dock. It's possible that the two are linked.
I definitely believe they're linked. She's a sea monster. And
So let me think. What happened at the docks was they were pouring barrels of those weird creatures into water, right?
I don't know. You didn't tell me this story. What weird creatures?
Well, they were like black, slobbery, slimy slug creatures, I think.
I don't know if they were pouring them into water. I feel like they brought them in on barrels, but they did have a...
Yeah, but then there was this, right? They had the trapdoor and you could open it, and it was open and there was water there, right?
Yeah.
And the other barrels were all empty.
Okay.
I'm wondering if maybe that was just a way they got in from under the water. Just an extra route.
So, what's the plan here, gang? The three of you are tucked away in the manor house, afraid to go out for maybe their uninformed guardsmen. You have your dead friend's
Has anybody
body in the wine
come back?
cellar.
Come back in the? We've passed like 2 days, right? Has the dwarf come back?
Yes. Eventually, Vasily will come back. Make note that the docks were locked down. There would be no more comings and goings, but he could find no sign of the Merrill captain that you had met in the negotiations 2 days prior.
Right. I think what we should probably do is bring Tom's body back to the temple of the goddess of memory, which I forgot. What is her name?
For Jess.
No.
Oh, the other one. Oh, sorry.
I'm not sure. Is there a temple of Brigitte in this town?
No.
Yeah?
No.
No, right? Okay. Then, bring his body there and then continue our investigations until we either bring him back or burn him or whatever you want to do. But I feel like we need a cleric for the ceremony. And I have no idea where Gorik is, but he better be busy.
I'm definitely taking the mace off him, by the way.
So yeah, I would like to organize a transport. Maybe the servants could help me get a. Do we have our cart here?
Yes.
Do we have a cart here? Yeah, put him on the cart and bring him into the city to the Temple of Memories and try to organize a
All right.
funeral for him.
You pack up your friend Tom on the back of your cart, along with all of your goods, and begin transporting him from the manor house into the city, back towards the riverside of the dock. There's kind of a set of caves along the riverbank where a large temple has been set up. Just outside of the city proper. There is the Temple of Crashing Waves, and there are large kind of clerical banners and towers and insignia. The Temple of the Crashing Waves, of course, is a temple dedicated to a god of the sea, and there are various figures and various gods associated with the sea. It seems that they are all there available for worship. This is kind of a multifaceted temple rather than being specific to any one deity. As you show up, you can make arrangements with them to have a funeral for the body. They say they don't do burnings, but there is a burial at sea. Perhaps they could light the body on fire as they send it down the river, so that
That would be
could
preferred.
burn. Yeah, give them kind of the Viking burial.
I'm sure we can do the lighting on fire, say, on a pat Chandler's shoulder.
Sure. They say they just don't know the rituals of Bridgess. That is more of a inland goddess.
Well, I'm sure I will remember some of the words. I can say a few of them. We've had a few burials in our time, and I remember what Tom said.
Agree to allow you to take whatever part of the funeral and your friend you desire. They say that they will get that ready by the end of the day, and they'll have the funeral at sunset, giving you an afternoon and an evening to tend to whatever matters you need tended to before it is done.
And I look at the others and I say, so, should we investigate the harbor side again?
Sure. Do you know where we're going?
Well, I know where the, Jenna, you remember where the warehouse was? Maybe now that we have more time, we can look at the other places there.
I believe I do.
Okay, we should get, what's the name of the dwarf with the funny accent?
Vasily?
Yes. We should get him to come with us. Maybe we can investigate the harbor together.
I agree. It would be helpful to have an authority figure with us.
All right, you make your way to the harbor of the city. You make your way back, tracing your steps to where Meldarion first fell. On your way there, you see that Vasily has his men kind of stationed around the harbor, keeping it on kind of a lockdown, not allowing many people in or out. As he sees the three of you approaching, they send one of their men running back, grabbing Vasily so that he can come out to meet you. He's like, welcome to the harbor. I've been expecting you to come on by and give it a good look over.
Yeah, we figured the Lord is still not doing that well. We figured maybe something is here because we couldn't find anything at the manor house.
You're free to investigate the harbor as you wish.
Could I show you something and you can give me your opinion as an experienced dwarf? Sea dwarf?
As an experienced dwarf.
Sailor! Raider!
Aye, that I be. Sure, what can I do for you?
Okay, come over here. So, and I want to lead him back to the house where I was first charmed. And I want to show him that trapdoor.
Where you were first charmed?
I want to show him the trapdoor that leads to the water, right?
Okay.
And
Not
that
where you were charmed, but in the harbor.
No, yeah, where I was working when I was charmed, I guess.
Okay.
That makes sense.
So you take them back into this room here, where the barrels were opened, where the creatures were first let out.
Yeah. And I'll show him the door, and I'll say, what do you think this is used for, usually?
He looks down into it. He goes, this is access to the water. Underneath the city, there is a place where we a spring. That's what you say in this language. It'd be a spring, and underneath this where we get all our fresh water from.
This is not leading in from the sea. This is a fresh water spring, is what you're saying?
Aye, indeed. We have a bulwark against the sea, prevent the salt from getting in. This is probably where water is drawn up to eat or drink or whatever else need be. You may need water for here in the docks.
Telling me they've been putting little monsters in the drinking water.
They be doing what to the drinking water?
There was a giant ship in the harbor when we arrived here first, and there was all the ruckus.
Yes.
Right, there was a really big ship there. Exactly. And they were transporting crates like these. Are there still any of the crates around?
You look around and you do see them. They are all open and empty.
Right, but I'll point towards them. And the ones with this symbol on them, they were putting them here into the house, and I think they were pouring them into your drinking water. I'm not entirely positive, but some of the crates were emptied.
That is a terrifying prospect. Contaminating the water supply of the city. What was in the crates? Monsters?
I want to say slugs.
Slugs?
Slug monsters, yeah. Pretty aggressive, black oozy kind.
He wanders around. He finds like a big bucket with a rope attached to it, brings it in, kind of like sends it down, pulls up some water. He pours it on the floor and looks at it. It appears like normal water to me. I'm not sure if it is truly contaminated. I don't know what we'd do about it. I am a sailor, not a miracle worker.
Our miracle worker died. So, working with what we got.
Aye, unfortunate.
So, did the lady of the house, or whatever you want to call her, that demon person, did she have any goods that she was carrying around, like a journal or notes or anything
I didn't
that
see
she ever left at the council house or something?
I didn't see her often, except for when there were negotiations to be done. Like I said, there wasn't something not right about her, so I kept my mouth shut and didn't talk back much. Just watched, listened. Didn't see anything like that. No.
And you said the sea elf has disappeared?
Seems he got out of here before I shut down the dock.
What about him? Did he have a warehouse around here?
No, he doesn't own property around here. These warehouses here, they're city property, to be used when larger captains rent them out when they are docking here. They're kept available for people who need access to warehouses for their goods. They need to unload or on board merchandise. They need to trade it here, or they just need a place for their men to sleep for a night. We have very few private docks. Those would be up a ways. Most of them are riverside.
Is there any more buildings like this that we can have a look through?
He kind of waves his hand. Aye, the district be yours.
Do we want to check the other houses?
Yeah, I think we should look through all the warehouses and make sure there's nothing left behind.
Oh, why not? We set up the rest of the day, I guess.
Alright, you begin investigating the warehouses around here. You guys find that the 3 or 4 of them right around here in this district that were closed off during the previous day are all showing signs of use. None of these people are still here. But the buildings right next to this area of the docks that was closed off, all of them have empty barrels bearing the insignia of the crashing wave that was on the barrels.
And do they all have those water holes as well?
They're all open and empty at this point. Do all the buildings have those holes?
They have like the latches towards the water source?
No, not all of them do.
Yes.
But other than these buildings located right here, the rest of the warehouse district doesn't really seem to have anything unusual about them.
Well, that's good. Call this one done?
Yeah, I guess that takes up the rest of our day for now, right? Shall we go and do the funeral?
You
Yeah.
return to the Temple of the Crashing Waves for sunset. Tom's body is set up on a raft along with like a prayer scroll that is laid over the top of him. The raft is doused with scented and blessed oils. The clerics of the Crashing Wave pour over a little bit of sea salt, and they allow you to step forward, say whatever words you wish to say before they begin setting it a sail and ablaze down the river mouth.
All right. I think Rose is incredibly sad. Like, Tom and her were very different people until the very end, but they were also companions, right? So she's going to step forward, and she tries to recite as well as she can the words of Bridges that Tom spoke first when like Boric and Emily Pumpkin died. And she stumbles over her words, and it's kind of awkward, and she's crying a little bit. It's not, the most beautiful speech you've ever heard. But if you know Rose, then it means a lot for her to step forward in such a moment and, try her best to be like leading this ceremony she has no idea how to do properly. And I think after just saying the words of Bridges, she'll just say, Tom Lightbringer was a very difficult man. But he also went his own way. And he protected the people he cared about with everything that he had. And I think that's something that... Thank you. Could you please turn off the phone? This is a ceremony. And I will never forget what he did for all of us.
And with the words said, a cleric of the Crashing Waves comes up and just sets a torch on the oiled up raft. It quickly catches ablaze, the sea salt crackling in the fire. They let the rope go that was tethering the pyre basically to the shore, and it begins to drift its way down to the mouth of the river towards the ocean, where it burns rather quickly and brightly. As that happens, everyone in the Crashing Waves kind of picks up a hymn of prayer that is low and soft and reminiscent of probably the tide coming and going out, and they kind of sing that way until the tide of the ocean kind of just takes the raft away out to sea, and it burns up or gets out of sight.
Just before the raft is out of sight, I'm gonna say, that just won't do, will it? I'll say, Chandler!
Then I'll cast Firebolt and burn the
You
boat.
add a firebolt to it, right as it
you
hits
just see like
120
this ray of tiny fire rays that fall down. It looks like a rain onto the boat, right? And Rose is standing there, and like it's pretty dark by now, right? I take it because we said it's in the evening.
Yeah.
And she's gonna stand there, and she's gonna raise her two arms to the sky, and a giant purple sphere of fire is going to slowly descend down onto the boat and just blast the boat apart, like with one giant crash, and she'll just say, "Just this once, though."
Very nice. And thus the ceremony for Tom Lightbringer comes to an end. A giant flaming sphere of fire in remembrance. So that ends your third night in Balesport. What do you do the next morning? What's the plan, everybody?
I'm gonna go and hand in some of these magic items that I pulled off of Tom and.
It's like, my money. Very nice.
That's my job.
Yeah.
And
I think, we only have 10 more minutes left, anyways, right? So I guess I'm gonna pick up Chandler for breakfast.
Okay.
Yeah.
we can do breakfast, and then we can do everything else next.
And then we can go back to, it's so hard to fit. So I guess we can have a little huddle over breakfast. I'm gonna say it's so hard for me to find out what to do. Do we want to follow that weird sea elf person? You think he knows something?
As a sailor, I can say I don't think we're gonna find him on the ocean, as he is a sea elf.
I think they live
Do they live underwater?
They live under the ocean.
Well, somebody will know how to talk to them, right?
I don't know. Not a sea elf. Plain, boring ass human.
Probably only other sea elves. I mean, unless.
They're rare.
Other wizards might be able to breathe underwater and traverse and talk to them, but I cannot.
Well, we gotta take back the daughter, right? So we can head south and then head back.
Do we really? But do we just leave the Lord here and hope another Seeker comes to save him?
I don't know. We might need to wait a few more days and see if his.
Maybe the old man has some kind of item that can figure out what's wrong with him.
See, now you're thinking. And we got plenty of magic items to trade for it. You're on it.
We do indeed.
So maybe we should just pay the old man a visit.
Sounds like a good idea.
All right. So after a quick huddle over breakfast, the three of you make your way back into the market square, where you find the curios wagon just hanging out, illegally parked, but no one seems to care too much about it. It's blocking the road into a major
The tickets are stacking up.
Yeah, if there were tickets, they'd be stacking up on the windshield. But the old man is just kind of lounging about in front of the curios. He sees you approach. He kind of rubs his hands together and smiles. Hello, friends. Very good to see you all again. What was your names? I've completely forgotten.
I say I am Gendler.
I'm Rose, and this is your
Exactly.
This is your employee of the month.
Oh, Cedric! I've been waiting on you, Cedric.
Ooh.
Yes.
You. It's you.
You.
I'm Hugh. Cedric is like 20 years older than me.
That's
Are
kind
you-
of awkward.
Oh, that's right. Yes. Okay. Yes. You. Yes. Did you get back from the ocean yet?
I saw you yesterday.
Oh. I'm very forgetful these days. Here, where does the time go? Anyway, come in the wagon. Come in the wagon. And he opens up the wagon, where the same half-elves are still playing that game of cards. It seems
They don't
that
actually exist. They're just ghosts playing cards.
it seems that they've done a fairly good job of going through the beads from that necklace. One of them has a pretty big stack at this point, but the game is still ongoing. The old man puts a tray of tea in front of you all once again. You're not quite sure where it came from. He just seems to be able to conjure these things up. And he sits down at the table. Says, yes, so, Hugh, what have you brought for me? Yes? And he kind of rubs his hands together. Anything good out on the ocean?
Oh, well, I gave you the stuff from the ocean yesterday.
Oh,
I have some stuff from the cleric you met yesterday, Tom. But we need
I met
something
a seeker
to
the
help
other day.
us.
Hope he's doing well. Seemed like a good kid. He traded me for a mace. Ah, yes.
He's dead.
Like, I was
Oh,
just like, no!
oh, that's
Listen.
unfortunate.
Listen, old man.
Yes.
This is really important.
Oh, of course.
Tom tried everything he could to save this Duke's life in there. Okay, everything. He gave his own life for this cause. Now we're trying to find out what is plaguing this man, because the Duke is very, very sick and we can't figure out what it is. It's not poison, it's not a disease, it's apparently not a curse, it's not some kind of magic effect, it's something nobody's ever seen. How do we figure out what this is? Is there a magic item that can help us with that?
Oh, well, I do have a long memory. Perhaps that could help. Tell me about this Duke's situation. You say it is not a poison, nor a disease, nor magical curse. Or what, how did he contract the sickness? Tell me about his situation, yes.
And I'll explain to him that about 9 months ago, this lady showed up, right, and charmed everybody, and that she was some kind of demon person. And I'll explain that we tried that lesser restoration seemed to make him better, but that he would get worse really quickly, and all everything that we've tried, and
He
all the
strokes
doctor's
his
tinctures and all those
big,
things.
bushy, white beard as you speak to him and takes it all in. He eventually kind of says, this woman wouldn't happen to be from the sea, would she?
Well, she was good friends with the sea elf, Captain. I'm not sure if she was from the sea.
Sea
She was not from here, apparently.
do you mean the Merrill? You know I feel like I just had a conversation about the Merrill not too long ago. There were some travelers outside of town. Elves, you see, come from beyond the rifts, but the Merrill are local folk, even though they look like sea elves. I believe that is their proper name. Yes, well, you see, I do remember some years ago, there is a certain witch of the seas, much like a, what should I say, like a succubus of some kind. They have the ability to charm, and they feed on the souls of their victims. They can drain them quite rapidly or quite slowly. I remember them. Well, I believe they were mostly gotten rid of when the city of Raekwon sank. Yes. Anyway, it seems that could be the case here. It's not a magical affliction. It is simply that they had the soul of the victim drained out of them. It would keep them in a state of quite sickness until they were finished off.
But where is their soul now?
I imagine consumed. What happens to the food that you eat?
I mean, do you really want to know? I could explain it. It's not that difficult.
I mean, merely it is a metaphor.
Oh, I'm not good with these. I'm gonna level with you.
Oh, that's okay. I sometimes forget them myself. But there was, you see, in the city of Raekwon some time ago, a proud tradition of alchemy. Before it sank beneath the waves, I seem to remember there being a stone, an alchemist stone. They said that it could revive the dead, even, or perhaps infuse the soul. Perhaps with this and a knowledge of the ancient alchemy, it could be saved. I'll make a deal with you. How about this? Should you travel beneath the waves and find the city of Raekwon, somewhere in my possession, I have a key to a great library there, I seem to recall. If you were to get the stone and give it to me, I would promise to use it to cure the Duke for you. A fair trade, no?
So you give us the key to the library and we give you the stone if we find it?
Yes.
Sounds good, but how are we meant to breathe underwater?
Well, there are many magical devices that could do that.
Trying to save your spells here.
I have in my possession a few magical items that I am sure could help you. Yes, I would be willing to give you these. They are a periapt of adaptation. And he goes back and pulls out some necklaces with a little stone on them, these periapts. Says, with this periapt of adaptation, you would be able to breathe underwater quite easily. In fact, I have 5 of them. I would be willing to part with them for, of course, equal trade.
I just hold out the mace. Just cover it plus some.
It feels bad having takesy-backsies, but I suppose it would be a fair trade, yes.
There you go, buddy.
Oh, very nice, thank you. He takes the mace, smiles at it, says a word in Abyssal, and goes and hangs it back up with the other weapons. And he hands to you 5 periapts of adaptation. Says, the quickest way into Raekwon is probably through the means of its teleportation circle.
Where's that?
Oh, I believe it's in the city hall.
Oh, that's easy. Do you know the spell?
Yes. I'm trying to remember. You know, it seems I've plumb forgotten the coordinates. Oh, apologies. The second fastest way is probably via ship through the ocean. It was, some week southeast of Balesport, last I remembered.
Okay. Somebody note that down. But I have.
I noted it down.
One last trade that I'd like to make. I have this axe, and I'm gonna pull out the great axe.
Oh, you have indeed met Merrills. Look at that. I haven't seen a sea axe like this in some time.
Can I trade it for a vicious rapier by any chance?
A vicious rapier. I have many a rapier. Yes, I am sure we can come to some accord.
I wanted to make the joke of a Vorpal rapier, but they don't cut heads off, which is even more fitting.
I don't believe I have a Vorpal rapier. However, let me peruse our weapons here. Let's see. This is quite a fun little axe. I think it could be made some years ago. Did this come from under the waters, perhaps?
Very likely. We got it off the Sea Witch.
Very, very good. I believe I have me a rapier of wounding. You see, when you hit with this, there is a chance that you can wound the target, and its life force is drained slowly from it. Yes.
Cool.
Very powerful rapier, I believe.
Cool. I'll happily trade for that.
Oh,
Anybody
very
opposed?
good. A trade is struck. And he gives you a +1 rapier of wounding in exchange for the battle axe.
Well, that was a bit of a downgrade, but I'll take it.
Once per turn when you hit a creature with an attack.
Faye, you were asking how he gains wealth? It's this, right here.
Yeah, right here.
You can wound the target basically once per turn. At the start of each of the wounded creature's turns, it takes D4 necrotic damage for each time you've wounded it.
Okay.
And it makes a DC 15 con saving throw, like ending its effects at the end of its turn. But like this stacks, right? So as long as it doesn't save against this effect, you can keep adding wounds to it that drain its damage.
Cool. Oh no, my keyboard's cooked again. 1 second.
Rip keyboard.
I have to send it back to Corsair this week.
Do you have any other questions about the next part of your quest here, or shall we end the session here?
No, I think it's a good place to end it.
Yeah.
I think we could end it. If we still have extra questions for the old man, I think we could still ask one as well.
Yeah.
If he knows anything about the city and stuff like that, that's cool.
Alrighty. Well, that will do it then for session 24 of Secret Sarmanath. Thank you for playing with me. I had a good time with you. I'm sorry that we killed another party member. So, Sean, what
This
happened
is nowhere.
there, man?
Look, this is just karma for the very deadly game of 5th edition that I once ran.
Alrighty. Well, we will get ourselves together and get back to this next week. Next week, I'm hoping to bring in a friend of mine, Mike from Unmade Gaming, to play a couple sessions with us. Fill in for Mike, not from Unmade Gaming, the other Mike. While he's
So wait, we
out
just have to
with
pretend that
kids.
he's the normal Mike, right? He just plays Goric when he's here,
We
and
replace
like.
a mic with a mic. So we might be introducing a couple new characters, one with Sean and one kind of a guest. That'll be exciting and fun. Any shout outs you guys want to make before we kill the stream for the day?
If you guys like to watch more D&D stuff, you can go catch me over on Millman over here on Twitch. It's not hard to spell, double L. Don't forget that. Yeah, I'll be going live in half an hour. And if you guys haven't already, go and check out the LAQ. Is that right?
LUQ.
Oh,
The League of
Go and check them
Ultimate
out.
Questing.
It's /dash studios on Twitter. It is Mike's D&D group's campaign. It's really good. The League of Ultimate Questing. At the moment, I think they're still going with their previous sessions. But yeah, go and check them out. Even if you don't want to listen to it, just give it a 5-star rating. It helps out a lot.
it is
Tweet
worth
out them
listening though. It's fun.
with hashtag #slapthedash and let them know Millman sends his love and they'll love your faces.
Alrighty. With that, all surviving members, please take home 400 experience points for today's session.
Wow.
How much XP would I start with for level 5?
Just base level 5 XP for Hugh.
That is.
Oh, Hugh. Okay.
I think it's 6,000.
We can figure this
Or
out.
wait, no.
Base level 5 is 6,500. 6,000.
For character level 5, 6,500 experience points.
Cool. Easy done.
Well done, sir. Alrighty. Everybody in chat, have a great rest of your day, night, weekend, whatever it is till I see you again. We'll catch y'all next week. Adios, everybody.
Bye, guys.